you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. You're listening to us on the Broadway Podcast Network or watching us on Broadway World. So a couple of weeks ago, right at the legendary Fisher Theater, I had the chance to see the Golden Girls, The Laughs Continue tour. And I got to talk to Vince. We talked to Vince. Vince was here. And I had such a good time that when I talked to Ken, the publicist for the show, he was like, by the way, have you heard of the Golden Girls? And I said, the tour? I said, I sure have. And I have just been there. And they're all my Detroit sisters out here, really. Now, Christopher is here. Listen, the gag, folks, is that, picture it. Christopher dressed as Sophia on the round table in the kitchen of the Golden Girls set here on the round table. Christopher, my lifelong dreams have come true.
How are you?
I feel like I want to have a piece of cheesecake and kiki it up with you.
Got some in the fridge?
Yeah, but I saw the show. I don't want some of the cheesecake y'all have because Rose, you all better buy a ticket because Rose has some cheesecake. Get a ticket, people.
That's one of my favorite parts of the show. We keep it a little secret, but it gets out there. It gets out there, though.
Christopher, how did you become a part of this show?
Honestly, funny enough that you brought up Vince. Vince and my partner have been friends for years, and they did a preview and out-of-town tryout in Baltimore a few years ago, and the original Sophia couldn't come back, unfortunately, and Vince said, I know a guy. But honestly, I've been playing Sophia at Halloween parties and other plays of Golden Girls for years.
Yeah, well, goldengirlstour.com is where you can get your tickets. You guys are going to literally, for the next few months, be all around this country.
Absolutely.
And there's a great experience where you can get your ticket with the ladies on the set. You really have made it an immersive experience. What I was so moved by going, you have costumes, you have merchandise, you have the theme song to the set is like it is the perfect Golden Girl fan show.
Were you there the night that Cindy Fee, the original singer, came and performed?
That happened?
We've had her in Chicago. She lives in Michigan. She's a Michigan girl. I know.
Get in the car and go to her house and just have a sing along together?
She came and sang the whole intro and everyone sang along. It was a surreal experience.
You don't know who may pop up. And you know what I loved so much about it? My favorite thing, Chris, was that people are dressed like they come in their Golden Girls regalia, men, women, people, like they're ready.
It's one of our favorites. You'll see groups of 4 girls and then there'll be an extra person, another friend. And they were like, Stan. We've seen some of the best people dressed as Stan and it's incredible.
But what's so fun about it is that literally you'll have to stay on your toes because someone will jump up on stage. They're ready in costume, ready to go. You have fans out here.
Well, and the thing that I do like about our show too is we do have the ability to talk back to these people and to spot them out and give them a little shout out in the show. It's a very fun time.
Well, here's my question for you. Firstly, we had Vince. Vince acts Vince's face off. You all act your faces off. Like you are so comfortable and have such great chemistry together. How much of the show changes? Because there are moments that you are all cracking up.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Because we've been doing it for so long, it's really hard to get us to make each other laugh. You would think so. It's not at all. We try and crack each other up. There's some what we call green light moments where you can kind of ad lib, say a little something extra. We have those moments in the show every now and then, and it's usually Vince who will come out and surprise the heck out of people and will drop to the floor. It's there's a lot of the show. The storyline is always the same, but quite a bit gets altered on the night.
How do you describe the story? It's the Golden Girls, but it's not. I thought I was going to watch an episode reincarnate. Oh, it's not, y'all. It's
no. We like to think of it as the Golden Girls never went off the air. They just transferred to HBO. So we say some things and talk about some things that if you go back to the original show, these women absolutely talked about and absolutely said it is why it was so groundbreaking at the time. We are just saying it out loud now and not necessarily hinting to things.
So they are saying it right out loud from the first scene which will have you dead. If you ever wanted to see Sophia taking up a business, or you wanted to see Blanche and Rose starting a dating app, or you want, like, these are the things that you get to see.
Oh, I have this giant ankle monitor that I wear on my ankle that looks like a transistor radio. This show is bigger and over the top, and it is a very, very fun night out.
Very fun. It is the most fun. We were catcalling and cackling and howling. Like, it is a party. So when you go out the stage door and you meet people, there are people that have rediscovered the show recently. It's huge in the queer community.
Mhm.
Women, people. I remember watching it on Lifetime at 5 o'clock every single.
Same.
What is it like when people get to come out and tell you about their experience?
That is a very wild thing for me. I went to Golden Con the first year that they had it, which was a Golden Girls convention. I got to meet all these people. It felt like that to me, because these people come up and they say, "Oh my gosh, I watch you every night," and you're like, "No, you don't." but it's so strange, but it's very, very sweet, and people they give us gifts. It's just wild, but it's been very, very lovely.
Well, you guys are back up March 16th. You guys start again in Virginia, and like I said, Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina. What's great is the show is obviously very Golden Girls, and you guys' interpretation of it is like gay man heaven. And you are going to some places in the current world we live in. If you're in South Carolina, if you're in Georgia, the queer community is under attack, and then you get to bring a big giant burst of sunshine, laughter, and joy.
Absolutely. The last tour that we did on a bus, we went to some cities that we kind of thought were, oh, okay, all right. But we all sat down and had this talk and said, you know what? We were those queer kids growing up in a small town that didn't have all of this. Why wouldn't we go and give them something to watch and something to go and feel joy and laughter, and they come out, let me tell you. Like, I'm originally from Jackson, which is like south of Lansing. Smaller town, not the most gay friendly. I would have killed if this type of show would have came through my town. I would have been there every night. So we thought it was really important that we absolutely have to go to these places.
And it's so important. And the people come out. When I tell you the Fisher is sold out, sold out, people. No shade to Come From Away or Hadestown. That I just saw them there.
Beautiful shows.
Beautiful crowd. Nice crowd.
Yep.
You all had them hanging from the rafters. I mean, there was not an empty seat in the joint.
I always tell people it feels like you're at a live taping of the Golden Girls / like Carol Burnett show. So, and because we didn't get a lot of bloopers with the girls, there's a lot of chances to see some bloopers on our stage. So it does feel, it feels way more surreal than people realize what they're getting into.
Are there bloopers? I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to the show that is you all. It's not like high tech, like you're going to see things flying in from the ceiling. You all are doing the physical comedy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, we have some tricks and things here and there hidden in the set, but yeah, it is once that show starts, it's a typical thing to say, but it does not stop. It does not stop. It's wild.
I have to say, like, if I could have paid and gone backstage, which you all should do, to meet the girls, I would have really tried to slip you some money, because I want to walk through the fridge. I want to go through the fridge.
We do a meet and greet after the show for like an extra thing, which is you get to come and stand in the living room, take a picture with us. It's really, really fun to see. I mean, this furniture that we have was built to the specs of the original furniture. It's the exact same thing, the exact same fabric. It is very wild for us.
It is so authentically, it looks like you're there. You are literally right there with them. And I have to talk to Peter and Murray, because you get the VIP upgrade. It's cheap. You better get it now, because it's the biggest steal you can get in theater. We
had the last night at the Fisher, we had a lot of family and friends there, obviously, but we had a lot of people there, and they do fill up pretty quickly. And it's a blast to do, though. We love meeting everyone and just hearing how much fun they had, and what their connection to the Golden Girls is. It's really, really fun.
I love it. So my question to you, and I asked this when Vince was here, and Vince plays Blanche in the show, everybody, and the four of you plus the extended cast that is a part are all brilliant. So funny, so brilliant. You're not a drag queen.
No.
I just wanted to be a drag queen.
We all love drag. We all watch Drag
Sure.
Race, but I go to drag shows. I worked at 515, which is in Royal Oak. So but that's not. I was an actor. I was, I worked on cruise ships for a few years, and this just. I love the show. I watched it growing up with my grandmother and my mother. It was so easy to fall into these little orthopedic shoes. And it only takes about an hour and a half to put the face on, but
so that's my question. How did you learn to do the makeup and the whole thing?
I also paint. I have my hand in a lot of things. So I also am a painter and an artist, and so that I think is what translated. I took some makeup in college, obviously, and going to school for theater, and you take a lot of makeup courses, but I worked at Clinique as well. Didn't do as much makeup there, but so I've always had my hand in it. But no, it's just like painting a canvas to me.
This is your makeup right now?
Mm-hmm.
You did with the lines and the marks and the whole. You're not 88 years old in real life?
No, I'm actually 38.
It looks so good.
It's a really, it's a lot. You study the face. You watch it. I grew up watching her face. I knew what it looked like. I knew what the jowls were. And you got to kind of simplify some things and make it work. But yeah, it is.
So how did you, your voice is so uncannily, Sophia. It's so Estelle Getty. The mannerisms are so Estelle Getty. When you watch the physical comedy that you do with the way you walk, the way you move, the way you wobble back and forth, I was worried. I was ready for you to give you some Relive or an anti-inflammatory. It looks like you are that senior lady up there. How did you find the voice?
Honestly, I know like Vince says the same thing. It's the shoes for him that will like make Blanche. I have tried to rehearse this show in my street shoes. I can't do it. I have to go and put these orthopedic shoes on because then it just brings the shuffle on and
it comes in.
Yeah, honestly, it's from watching it for so long and so many times that it is. I really do love Estelle Getty as an actress and as a person, and to like kind of carry that along and teach more people about like who she was. She was such an incredible woman. So it was very important it's like a little love letter to her, really.
Absolutely. While I was there, all I thought of was that all four of these ladies would absolutely love what you're doing.
Yes. And in a heartbeat. We've heard from like someone said, "Oh, I'm Rue's cousin or something, and she would have loved this." We don't know if that was true, but we were like, yeah, we'd like to think so too.
They would love it. They would love it because it's such an homage and it's done so well. I give so much credit to you all because you carry this show literally, but I also have to give a lot of credit to the writer because they were able to incorporate all the things you know and love, all the catchphrases, all of the cadence, all of the way their episodes were crafted, but modernize it. What can you tell us about any backstory about how they came up with this writing?
The script has changed quite a bit, actually. When Vince brought me into the show, it was actually to do a read through of like a punch up of the script. And then he was like, "Okay, cool. They saw you. Now let's do the audition." The script changes. It's gone through so many changes just because we're constantly trying to, is there a joke there did we leave that joke on the table? Can we milk out as many laughs from this audience as we can until the point where the audience comes to us and says, "My face hurts. You have to stop. I can't laugh anymore." Then we've done our job. So the script starts out of, we follow all those lines, but it's gone through quite a few changes. And as we discover some certain things, we had to take out some things. As we had a Maggie Smith joke, and when she unfortunately passed away, we did a little homage and send up to her, and also a send up to that joke because it was the last time we could use it. So it does have to alter and change to what's going on in today's world too.
Well, for everybody out here, and here a better look at where you're all going to be. We were in Detroit, but there it is from, like I said, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and then on the other side, Georgia, Illinois, Minnesota, Nebraska, Kansas. Oh my gosh, Arkansas, and Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky, you're not ready. Paducah, where is that? Paducah, Kentucky.
Paducah, yeah.
I may need to take a trip to Paducah, Kentucky, and see this show there.
I'm looking forward to going to Nashville. that's where when I worked on cruise ships, we trained in Nashville for a month. And so I've got friends down there. We went and saw a show where we're performing. To go to these theaters that we went to go see shows and now we're on the other side is very wild. So we're looking forward to all these places. We're ready.
Get your tickets, everybody. Get them quick because they sell out. GoldenGirlsTour.com. So all of you are based in Detroit?
Vince and I are. The others, they all met at Wayne State in grad school and now live kind of scattered. But we all come back together.
Vince, Chris. So I moved to Detroit 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
For a man, Christopher, for a man.
Well,
I'm getting married. So he's my husband.
That's why I moved to Detroit, though, too, is for a man. So
see, Christopher, and then they sucked us in.
You know what, though? I love Detroit.
Me too. You know, I got in the car today in the snow here in Detroit, and I said, I was driving down Livernois, right by my house, a 7 Mile in Livernois.
Yep.
And I said, I love it here. I do. I love it here.
Mm-hmm. I even before I lived in Detroit, people, when I worked on ships, they'd say, "Oh, you're from Michigan." "Oh, Detroit." And I would immediately shut them down. I wasn't even from there, but I just had this thing. And now don't say a bad word about Detroit.
That's right. That's how I feel. Now I feel I'm a homeowner here.
100%.
Don't talk about Detroit.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Fisher and everybody here in Detroit because it's such an artistic city, and a show like this was literally born out of the depths of Wayne State and here in the middle.
We're in our studio warehouse that our producers own. We just set up our set here. It's wild. I mean, it's all here.
It's there. It looks like the Golden Girls, people. You're gonna see it in your face. The lights go down. The song plays.
The exclamation mark on the door. The lobster mold. The Blanche's Citrus Festival plate. We have it all. It's all here.
And when they change scenes, it plays that iconic do 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 that music. It's all there.
We sing that in our heads. Whenever we're rehearsing, we'll sing that song in our head.
It's all there. And bring your money because you have really good they have good merchandise.
And we just got some new stuff. We got new magnets in. We have fans, magnets, t-shirts, aprons, chip clips even. I mean, we have it all.
There's not one thing that's left undone. And shout out, like we said, to the producers of this, their Christmas drag shows, their regular drag shows, what they do for the queer community in Detroit, now around the country, is really, really, really special.
In Canada. They go to Canada. We've been to Canada. We're going back to Canada soon. I mean, what?
All right, Christopher, here's what I talked to Vince, but he was playing coy and cool for school, Christopher. Here's the truth. I have no friends here. So can we go to drag bingo? Can you take me can we go to Ferndale?
Yes, but I think we're friends on Facebook already. I think so, because Vince said, do you know who Robert Bannon is? And I said, I do. And I don't know how, but I do. I think we're friends on Facebook.
See, and now look, I was trying to be hospitable, trying to get hospitable, and now I'm rude. What a rude.
No, here's the thing. I also was like, I don't know how I'm friends with him because I don't think I know him.
I didn't think I knew you. We could be long lost friends.
My partner knows everyone. And so whenever I see someone that I'm friends with, I just assume it's probably one of Richard's friends.
Well, my partner is entertainment director for Motor City Pride. So if you're here you're probably not because you're on the road, but let's have a moment. We have to have a Detroit Kiki moment, Christopher.
We'll go out for a cocktail and some cheesecake and
I hope you could teach me how to beat my face down.
Let's do it. I can paint this and if you want to look 85, sure.
Perfect. I'm getting there. I'm getting close. I'm older than 38. I'll put it that much, Chris. People, I promise you, I guarantee you, you're going to have the greatest, if you're a bachelor party, bachelorette party, straight, gay, you have cool parents, you have a cool mom who don't care about a little vulgarity. This is the night to go see a show. GoldenGirlsTour.com. The South needs representation, needs people and joy. We need to spread joy. And what y'all are doing is spreading joy all around this country. So congratulations. We had the best damn date night.
I love it. I'm ready.
I bought Darius two Sophia shots and it was a party at the Fisher. So get
the shots. We didn't even know they were doing that.
Shots.
These certain theaters will have themed drinks. I mean, yeah, come on. It's a good time.
We went back at intermission. The only shots left were the Dorothy shots.
Poor Dorothy.
Poor Dorothy. Come on.
That's so shady. That's so
Well,
shady.
thank you so much. Enjoy
Thank
the
you
rest
so
of the day.
much.
Love to all the rest of the girls and the cast there. Break legs. Have an amazing tour.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.